All right, let's talk about something almost every student has, a part-time job. But what if we've been looking at it all wrong? I mean, what if that job flipping burgers or filing papers wasn't just about earning some extra cash, but was actually the most important class you could ever take?
So I want you to ask yourself this honestly. When you clock in for your shift, what's the real reason you're there? Is it just for the paycheck, or is it for the practice? Because believe it or not, how you answer that question could literally shape your entire future, not just your college years.
You know, most of us, and I've been there too, fall into what we can call the part-time job trap. It's this mindset that's so common we don't even realize it's there. But the crazy thing is, it could be secretly holding you back from your true potential.
Okay, so check this out. On one hand, you've got the common view, right? Your job is basically a transaction. You trade your time for money. Simple. But on the other hand, there's this totally different and way more powerful way to see it. Think of your job as a real-world laboratory, a place where you can actually test out all the stuff you're learning in your classes.
And this is why it's so important. The way you think about work as a student, well, it sets the pattern for the rest of your life. If you get into the habit of only chasing the next paycheck, you're basically training yourself for a lifetime of, well, chasing money. And that's a race that can leave you feeling like you're always just trying to catch up.
Okay, so if the goal isn't just about the cash, what is it? Well, it's all about building a totally new framework, a new way of thinking about your part-time work. The source material uses the term Arbeit for this, and the whole idea is to turn your job into your own personal classroom.
The absolute key here is to redefine what a job even means. It's not just labor anymore. It becomes a kind of social study. This is your golden ticket to see how all those theories from your textbooks actually work, or don't work, out in the messy, complicated, and honestly, super fascinating real world.
I mean, it sounds simple, right? You must think of your part-time job as studying. But that one little sentence, it's a huge shift in how you see everything. Suddenly, your workplace doesn't matter if it's a lab, an office, or even a coffee shop. It becomes another campus, an extension of your university.
So how does this actually work? Let's make it real. Imagine you're studying food science. Instead of just grabbing any old job, you get one at a food company. All of a sudden, you're not just an employee, you're a researcher. You're analyzing real-world production lines, gathering data you could never get in a sterile school lab. You're building a portfolio that will make your final thesis and your resume absolutely shine. Okay, this all sounds amazing in theory, doesn't it? But let's be real. How do you actually do it? How do you find these kinds of jobs and walk in with the right attitude?
First things first, you have to start actively looking for jobs that are actually related to what you're studying. And yeah, this might mean prioritizing what you can learn over how much you can earn. But here's the cool part. It's a two-way street. You want to find an employer who can actually benefit from your specific knowledge. When that happens, it's a win-win. You both grow together.
In all of this, everything we've talked about, it all comes down to one single critical moment, the job interview. This is it. This is where your whole mindset gets put on display, and where a potential boss gets a real glimpse into what makes you tick.
Now, if you walk into that interview and the first thing out of your mouth is, "So, how much will you pay me?" That's the wrong question. It sends a massive signal that you're just temporary help. It's purely transactional. And any employer who's actually looking for future talent, they're going to see that as a huge red flag.
But now, imagine this instead. You say, "Pay me what you think my work is worth." Wow, that is a game changer. It's overflowing with confidence. What you're really saying is, look, I'm here to learn and to make a real contribution. I'm so sure I'll bring value that I trust you to see it and compensate me fairly. It just completely flips the script on that entire conversation.
You have to remember this. The right kind of employer isn't just looking for a warm body to fill a slot. They are on the hunt for future talent. And the second you show them you're there to learn and to grow, you stop being just another expense on their spreadsheet, and you start becoming a long-term investment. And when you make this mental shift, you're doing so much more than just making your student job better. You are literally laying the foundation for your entire career. You're changing the entire trajectory of your life. It's that big.
And the payoff? Oh, the potential payoff is absolutely huge. Think about it. An employer sees your potential, your dedication. They might even offer to help pay for your tuition. That part-time job suddenly morphs into a direct pipeline to a full-time career after you graduate. And you're not just working for a boss anymore, you're building a relationship with the mentor, someone who is genuinely invested in seeing you succeed.
Believe it or not, this whole approach can actually lead to real financial freedom. I mean, if an employer helps sponsor you, the source material lays out this really smart, stress-free way to pay them back. Once you're working full-time, you could live well on, say, 70% of your salary and use the other 30% to repay their support. It's a path to building a future without that crushing weight of student debt hanging over your head.
So in the end, it really just boils down to two different paths you can take. You've got the paycheck path, where you're always just chasing the next dollar, and that chase basically becomes your life. Or you can choose the purpose path. You chase knowledge and experience, and the amazing thing is, a future with great opportunities and financial stability starts chasing you.
So here's my challenge to you. The very next time you head into a shift or the next time you're searching for a job, I want you to stop and ask a different question. Instead of asking, what will I earn? Ask yourself, what will my work teach me today? Because that simple question, the answer could change absolutely everything.